Yo, 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 y'all know what it is, man. If y'all don't, this is Gorgeous Radio with your boy Skinny. If you don't know who's sitting next to me, man, this is a very special cat, man. I'm gonna give him a special introduction. This is a very special cat, bruh. I think musically, he's like one of the most creatives here. Uh, Vic Smith, bruh.
What's going on, man? How
What's
you
going
doing,
on,
man?
brother?
What's going on, boy?
Good to finally sit next to you, man.
Nah, man, for real, I told you I had to come out, man. And they sent me the thing on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, I gotta pull up. I gotta pull up. Everything in my spirit was like, yo. So I came up, came through, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for coming out.
All
Hey,
good, all good.
shout out to that. Hey, so we are sponsored by Exotic Pop, man. Make sure you get the Exotic Pop with bread when it cane on the front, man. Bread when it cane is on the front. If you don't get that one, you didn't get the right one, man. You know what I'm saying? So help us by getting you an Exotic Pop. Um, yeah, so I'm here with Vic Smith. So first
Sir,
off, first question I like to ask everybody, where are you originally from?
I am originally from Saginaw, Michigan, Midwest, about an hour and a half north of Detroit. I call I call it. No one else calls it this. Nobody else calls it this. But I call it the Tri City. It's Saginaw, Flint, and Detroit. And I say that only because those are always my stops growing up.
Mm,
Flint, Saginaw, Flint, Detroit. Because the airport is in Detroit. So if you're going somewhere, like you got to drive all the way from Saginaw to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So unless try to spend a pretty penny on the ticket, because then that's something else. But I
right.
call it that because you're always stopping between those and Grand Rapids, but Saginaw, Flint, Detroit, they're all in like a straight line with each other.
Okay, okay. So when did you get to Vegas before I get into my
So I got to Vegas when I was seven,
seven?
2001, but I was sent back to Michigan and Saginaw every summer until I was like 20. So I didn't spend no
Sheesh.
summers in Vegas. Well, I did, but it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks before school started. So I always say I was raised in Vegas, but I was also raised in Michigan. So I got
Best of
all
both
the
worlds.
experiences. Yeah, for sure.
Bruh, that's crazy. So how would you explain Saginaw, man?
Saginaw would explain itself as a small Atlanta,
Okay.
as a small bougie Atlanta. No disrespect to people in Saginaw, because we do have our own culture, but like
Yeah.
that's the best thing I can describe. It's like country up north.
Okay.
They play a lot of southern music, man. Like when the mixtape era was out, you didn't hear nothing but Memphis music in Saginaw. Like,
That's crazy.
but you look at Detroit, you got Dilla, Slum Village, Elzot. No, Saginaw was not. They were not listening to that.
That's the I was just gonna
Yeah,
say that like when you think of Detroit, when you think of Michigan and hip hop, like y'all are hip hop.
yep. No, hip hop. You're right. Royce, some shady, like
Y'all are
it's
hip
so
hop. Y'all
many
are
people.
lyricists.
Yes, man.
Uh
Mark, like, yeah, yeah.
bruh, like and then I tell everybody like technique. You know what I'm saying? Like Michigan artists practices the technique of hip hop.
We do, we do, we do
So
for
y'all
sure.
break down the cadence, y'all break down the bars, y'all break down the syllables. Y'all have different breakdowns. So to hear that y'all was listening to Memphis is fucking wild.
Yeah, man. Young Jock, like what's the other dude name? Young Dro, like bro, all of them, Paul Walsh, like it was like just pure Southern music. And I was confused. I'll go back for the summer, and I'm like, this is this is not what I'm listening to. All right, so. But it's very southern influence, and it's because a lot of people from Arkansas, Alabama, like
Yeah.
they all moved up to north to the Michigan. They brought all of that culture with them, so it's just like there's such a bloodline, a streamline from just like the north to the south. Like usually people are always driving from Atlanta to Michigan, Michigan to North Carolina. So like it's just a huge mix, man.
That's
Huge
crazy.
mix.
That's that was mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
That was mind blowing to me. Okay, so and it's crazy you say you spent every summer out there, right? Like I have an auntie born and raised here,
right,
and she always say like a lot of my every summer my grandparents sent her to California.
right,
So
right,
she was like, I really never got the time with my friends because the time outside of school I spent in California.
right,
So a lot of her friends is not Vegas, but a lot of people knows her in Vegas.
right.
Is that similar for you?
Yes and no, because I do know a lot of people in Saturday. I like when I came back to Vegas, I had 2 weeks, but I took advantage of that 2 weeks.
Okay.
I was like, yo, I'm here. Like I was proactive on everything. I was like, yo, what did I miss? Okay, well we hanging out. This look, it's 2 weeks before school start. Like I ain't messing with this. Like I need to know what happened, who did what, who dated who, like who I can't talk to, like what's the 411, dog. That was just
Right.
me and my personality because like I felt like I was missing out because I didn't always want to go to Saginaw, but it's like my dad was over there, my
Right.
grandma was over there. It's like I don't know what could happen if they pass
Cause
the next day. I'm gonna be mad at myself. So when
facts.
I came back, I was like, gotta be proactive on it. And that was just me. So I didn't miss out on too much. I mean, I missed out on like a lot of parties and like a chance to holler at particular girls when I came back. She was already snatched up or whatever. But in the
Right.
scheme of things, that don't really matter. I'm
No
still able
facts.
to work on my music, and I think that was a dope thing for me. It was just experiencing Saginaw because that's where I got my origins on how to rap from. Like my
Okay.
cousins were just listening to Tupac, listening to 50 Cent, just writing rhymes. And I'm like, oh, you can do that for yourself? Like, I can write my own rhymes? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, never stop. Pick the pen up and never stop. It wasn't a goal for me.
Mm.
So if I didn't go back, I would not be who I am. I wouldn't be rapping. I got my first performance at White Bar in Saginaw at 18. So,
Okay.
17 actually, because they snuck me in. And that's what started my whole performance thing because I got on stage and people were rapping my verse back to me. And I'm like,
Wow.
yo, like I'm 17, y'all rapping this back to me. That means you've heard it a lot. And for me, I was like, I got a feature in this no matter how long it takes. And from that
Dope.
point on, I was just like, I don't care, like what's going on. Like I'm performing. I don't care if I'm making millions of dollars or if I'm working at PTs as a bartender.
Right.
On the weekends, I'm building my empire. I'm fine with that because I'm gonna get there regardless.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's a dope story. It's dope to hear that. Because like I said, I know a lot of people. For a lot of people, the summers is what make a kid. Like
facts,
your summers is what
yes,
make a kid.
yes, dude,
You know what
yes,
I'm saying? Like this
yes,
this is my only time and you taking it from me, so I
yeah.
get it. So you spoke on performances. I said it in here before, I've said it plenty of times. Like you and Miles Lowe is like one of the first performers that I've seen that took it to another level. Like
Right.
I I'm used to the Vegas underground scene. You go to the bars and they perform and they got the DJ. The DJ don't know the music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They,
yeah.
issues with the flash. I'm used to that.
I know
I'm
exactly what
used to
you're talking
that.
about. Yeah.
When we came to Hard Rock, I believe it was
The Michael Jacob joint was it?
the Mikey Xavier joint.
It was three of us. It was me, Lo, and Michael Xavier. It was a Michael Xavier release party, but it was basically just the artists.
Yeah, and I think it was at the Hard Rock.
Mm.
Um, y'all had the live band,
Yeah, I remember that joint. That was a pivotal show.
and for me, this is my first time hearing y'all.
Right.
I didn't know the music,
Oh snap.
and I left there one going to go find the music, but to be like, damn, they made me say the words to their songs. Who the fuck are these people?
Right. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
So your performance is crazy.
Thank you.
What what's the process of preparing? Because y'all sold out the Brooklyn Bowl, y'all sold out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have done a lot
We have,
that a
man.
lot of artists haven't did out here in the
Thank
city.
God, man.
So what's the process?
Honestly, for us, man, it's just every day for us. Like
Okay.
Miles Lowe is a performer. Noise is a performer. I am a performer. We like to entertain, and we're so obsessed with the art. Like I can't tell you like how many times where Lowe will finish a verse, but he'll rap that shit like 60.
Damn.
Like by the time he gets to the booth, he doesn't really need his phone. Like he'll have his phone maybe for like certain keywords to jump, but he doesn't really need his phone. And then we
Okay.
rehearse and practice so much, it's because we like to do it. And the same thing with me, like even going in there is Jazz. He was like, bro, that's just like a freestyle. And it's like, no, I've been meaning to record this, so I just rehearse this joint every day, so I don't lose the cadence. So for us, it's just like it's every day in the booth. We're performing in the booth too because that record needs to match what that show is. So for us,
Facts.
the process is, bro, every single time you're performing, no matter what you're performing, you're putting. That's why it's called like a. Well, obviously performance record, but that's why you're in there to record. You're trying to capture the best performance to sell it.
Right.
You want that take where he or Mariah Carey hit that super high note. We want that. We want to reproduce that over and over and over again because it's like it's rehearsal. That's just us. That's when we try to capture the best performance. So in order to do that, we have to live and breathe that. That has to be our habit. That has
Okay.
to be not what we do, but who we are. And we have to speak that out into the universe, into God, and it always comes back to us in so many opportunities and just different forms of greatness. It's hard to even describe some of the situations we've been
That's
in where
dope.
we're like, yo, that's wild. We gotta keep doing this. We can't stop now. We don't have a choice. We push the button. There's no turning back.
Yeah, that's dope. Y'all, it's so much with y'all, and it's so much I've noticed. Uh, with each one of y'all individually, with you, the what I so when I first seen y'all perform, performance wise, both times I seen you, you critique the hell out of you. You were super hard on yourself.
Dog, it's up there. It's up there. I'll be in my head like, Vic, stop. Bruh. Oh, it's up there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, so with that, what's the what is that? Because I'm like, this nigga did a dope show, and you was like, bruh, I could have did.
Because like the 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 objectives for each show becomes different. So like especially like with me and Red, it's like, okay, you've done this 1,000 times, so I got no need to do that. I need you to challenge yourself. So there's something I'm trying to do differently within my performance or a technique that I'm trying to get to make a better performance later. Not if I don't do it, it's just me being passionate. Like,
Okay.
yo, you went and you practiced 1,000 threes and you missed 500 and joints. It's like, bro, but we know that you're a great 3 point shooter. It's not the point. I wanted to make 1,000 of them joints. That was my
Okay.
intention, you know. So for me, it's like, was my breathing technique right? Like, I got too tired at this point. If we're doing a 45-minute show, I can't get tired at this point. Otherwise, I'm gonna burn myself out, and that's not what I want. I don't want to be gassed on stage. And like I said, like practice is the real thing for us. So it's like I'm taking every performance and every opportunity. That's a practice. That's practice. Like that's repetition. That's an opportunity to do better. That's an opportunity to find a better performance for myself. So
Okay.
especially if I always have something in mind, like I am taking it hard. Like I know I had a good performance, but it's just for me. Like I'm so into it. I'm like, like I was right there, dog, and I'm like, all right, next time. But sometimes you don't know when next time is based off the
Facts.
shows and everything, you know. So
Yeah.
that's what that is. It's just my passion and me being a perfectionist.
I
People talk to me about it all the time.
yeah, I had to ask there, bro. So before we get up out of here, bro, real quick, just introduce the people to you and let them know what they will get when they listen to Vic Smith.
So my name is Vic Smith. What you will get from me is authenticity. What you will get from me is vibes, creativity, relatability, something dope to listen to, something dope to have therapy to, something to open your mind up to and grow to, something that when you come back to it, you'll find something new every single time. It'll entertain you every single time. I can't pinpoint exactly who I sound like or what exactly the sounds are because everything is different for me. But I guarantee that when you listen to my music, you won't be bored, you will be entertained, and you can take something of some value from it. And I guarantee that.
Dope, bro. Dope. Real quick, tell people where to follow you at, find you, and all that.
VicSmith.me. VicSmith.me everywhere. That's my website. That's Vic at VicSmith.me. That's my email. Like I said, it's my Instagram, my Twitter. So VicSmith.me.
Hey, man, make sure y'all follow him, man. Very dope artist. It's a pleasure to be here with him.
I
With that
appreciate you,
being
man.
said,
Thank you for having me,
all the
man. I
time,
appreciate
bro.
it, man.
All the
It was
time.
dope being up there. You had a hell of an interview, man. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate
I try to do my shit.
it. You see, you see.
Hey, man. But it is this gorgeous radio, man. I am skinny. I am go.